Keep your devices charged in case of a power outage. Move your cars to higher ground if you typically see coastal flooding. And if your basement floods, usually with heavy rain, you'll want to protect against that too. It's meteorologist Joe Martucci here. Our coastal storm is here on Wednesday. Rain, wind, and tidal flooding, the worst of it from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. And it will be cool and showery as we go into Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. That means our next dry day, at least 100% dry day, isn't until Sunday. Now, believe it or not, the polar vortex has something to do with this storm. The polar vortex made its way into the northeast around March 20th or so. Now, the polar vortex is a large area of cold air aloft in the stratosphere, about 100,000 feet high, that usually likes to stay at the poles. But sometimes that strong jet stream weakens and comes down to the south, and that's what it did around March 20th. Now, we usually see a reflection at the surface 7 to 10 days later, and that started the last weekend of March and continuing until now with these below average temperatures and the stormy weather. And closer to the surface, what we've been seeing is a stationary front that has brought a couple of low pressure systems into the area, and eventually that coastal storm that will move north as we go into the night tonight in New Jersey. Here's a look at our futurecast. Plenty wet this morning. You're going to see the heavier yellows come in as we go into the afternoon. Now, this could bring a rumble of thunder, but either way, there will be heavy rain at times here. Now, this will strengthen as it moves to the north and east, and it does look like the worst impacts will be in eastern New England and Long Island. But for us, we still see that rain as we go into the evening. Remember that wind will be howling as well, and there will be coastal flooding during the evening too. Rain gets out of here early Thursday, but we will see returning showers likely during the afternoon for up to 3 hours. So if you want to do something outside, do it Thursday morning, although it will still be blustery out there. We go into Friday, still could see a shower at any point during the day, but most of it will be dry. If we take a look at our forecast rainfall totals, you see our highest totals are north of the Atlantic City Expressway, and we are looking for inches of rain to fall. Now, I don't believe we set any daily records, but it's been plenty wet over the past couple of weeks. We don't need any more rain, but yet again, we do have it. We take a look at our power outage risk for Wednesday afternoon and evening, and we'll go with a moderate risk, and that's because gusts will be up to 50 miles an hour. Not that that's all that strong for our coastal storm, but our ground is like mush, and the trees and the power poles, they're kind of soggy and kind of moving around a little bit in the ground, and as a result, it doesn't take as much wind to cause problems here. So we'll go with a moderate risk. I still don't think it's widespread outages, but they will be around in a few spots. Here's a look at our forecast wind and our wind gusts. Obviously, along the shores where we see our higher gusts, but look at Northern Ocean, even into Monmouth. We're expecting gusts up to 60 miles an hour there, but for Atlantic City, Wildwood, Morris River, gusts up to 50, and then further inland, that's where we'll see those later gusts. Here's a look at our low pressure system. It's off the coast of Maine midnight on Friday, and this will just keep swirling around for a little bit, bringing us some showers as we go into Friday, and then even Saturday could see a shower too here across the area. We'll have more details on that as we go forward into tonight. Here's a look at our inland 7-day forecast. Temperatures in the 50s all the way until Sunday here. We have rain Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, but at least 80% of your day will be dry all 3 of these days, and by Saturday, really should just be a couple of sprinkles. Notice that warm-up next week, that much-awaited warm-up. We are talking about temperatures to be above average as we go into next week, and that means 60s and eventually 70s into the area. You can check out more from our lead weather team with our Across the Sky podcast. New episodes come out every Monday, including this past Monday, where we talked about the status of spring with Teresa Crimmins, director of the USA National Phenology Network.